Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2025 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures such as bigfoots and skinwalkers to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. Also stay tuned for a special and very scary nature clip at the end of this video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2025. The following deeply disturbing footage comes from a man named Caden. He and his friends were camping in the remote forests of Arizona when something unexpected happened. At first, everything was going as planned, but as they ventured deeper and deeper, they realized they were in too deep.
That was a female screaming, Phil. Please, please, please. No. Oh my God.
They're frantic as they hear ear-piercing, woman-like screams echoing through the night. Some viewers guessed this was just a mountain lion, but the screams seemed particularly human. The confused and frightened campers decide to venture into the woods further to try to locate where the sounds were coming from. They thought maybe someone was in trouble and maybe they could help. But this would end up being a huge mistake.
What happened to the other steel target? There's two. There's one right there on the ground. On the ground.
What the f is what?
That right there. What the f is that?
Dude, that's not.
Please tell me you guys are with me.
They noticed one of their steel targets had been knocked down, telling them someone or something had been in the area. But then they come across what looks like some kind of strange doll made out of wood. It's just hanging there off a small tree branch. Then a high-pitched scream rings out right in front of them.
Oh, no.
You can hear the fear in their voices as they quickly rush away, running for their lives. But what they didn't know is that someone or something was watching them the whole time, and they were briefly caught on camera. Upping the brightness and slowing the footage down, we can see a light-colored humanoid silhouette hiding behind a tree. It's just standing there, staring, watching them. It almost looks alien-like or something. But what really makes this footage so compelling is the realistic reactions from the campers. You can tell they're absolutely terrified, and you can hear the genuine fear in their voices throughout the encounter. But no matter how eerie the encounter was, it seems we will never truly know what was out there. Could it have been a skinwalker trying to lure them deeper out into the forest? Or maybe even some kind of other malevolent spirit? Or perhaps a deranged person living out there stalking and hunting humans? Let me know what you guys think it was in the comments down below. Here is a pretty exclusive capture of either the Dogman or the Bigfoot. The alleged photo was taken in a forest clearing, surrounded by tall, thick trees. And what makes the photo so compelling exactly is the clarity. It's a rather HD image, giving us a glimpse at all of the creature's features. Apparently, a man was out hiking on this rundown trail when he finally came across this dark creature. It walked towards him slowly, standing its ground. This is when the man pulled out his phone, snapped this photo, then ran for his life. For some reason, the being didn't chase him. It just turned around and disappeared into the forest behind. Its appearance, though, is stunning. It's almost pitch black, covered in a dense layer of dark fur. It has large feet, sturdy, strong legs, and a wide frame, particularly at its shoulders. Zooming in and trying to look closer at its face though, it seems almost dog-like. That's why some are believing this is a dogman rather than a Sasquatch. It seems to have the snout of a dog and its mouth is open. But because it's just a photo, skeptics voice their doubtful opinions. They think it's just someone in a costume pretending to be a creature to create a hoax and trick the internet. However, some experts point out key features like its hands, for example. They talk about the way the hands are shaped. They both seem to be cupped rather than straight, which indicates these hands can move and change shapes, just like our hands. However, there isn't enough proof to prove this is a 100% real photo, so I guess we'll just have to leave it up for speculation. Definitely a pretty strange and creepy encounter though. What do you guys think? Is it a Bigfoot or a dogman, or is there another explanation? Let's go ahead and take a look at a seriously creepy creature video. It was a foggy night. A woman stepped out of her residence to check it out. Captivated by the ominous atmosphere, she stands outside and videos the fog, when she accidentally captures what seems to be an unknown creature running through the fog.
Oh my gosh. Look at all the fog. It's like a horror movie. Man. The street light. What is that?
She zooms in on the streetlight, and seen is what looks like a massive bipedal creature running quickly through the field. Now she lives on a very rural property with farmland. But this obviously couldn't have been one of their livestock. After she filmed the quick video, she was so scared that she shut off her camera and ran inside. She had never seen anything like that ever in her life. Now if we look closely, it looks like the creature was running on all fours at first. But then it swiftly and effortlessly switched to its back two legs. It moves insanely fast, faster than most humans. It seems the creature was using the fog as a natural camouflage to move through the night without being seen. But it didn't realize how close the woman was. Now because the fog blocks our view, we can't tell what kind of creature it was for sure. But commenters' main theories are the dogman or some kind of shapeshifter. A ghostly entity that can change forms or shapeshift into whatever it wants, like animals or humans, to try to blend in and go undetected by humans. Regardless of which theory is correct, the footage is completely chilling. Just imagine being in this girl's position. What would you do? As I was doing some research for this video, I came across this crazy clip. And even though it's pretty quick, it's one of the best UFO videos I've ever seen. The clip was just uploaded to TikTok on May 24th, 2025. It comes from user Quinn Canes, who states, quote, "Just saw a UFO, actually crazy. I've been on the watch and I feel like my life is complete now," end quote. Take a look at her footage. Quinn was out in a very remote area just enjoying nature when she spotted this. She claims this is the third time she had seen this exact UFO, and she finally got to capture it before it descended below the hill. It's just some strange rotating craft covered in lights. It slowly lowers itself straight down, something most man-made aircrafts can't do. Obviously helicopters and some planes can, but this craft doesn't look like any of those. It looks to be saucer-shaped from what we can see. She put a song over her original clip, so I can't play the audio on YouTube, but I can quote exactly what she says for you guys. She exclaims, "Who are you? What is that? I'm not joking." Then her video ends. In the comments, she discusses exactly how this craft appeared to her. She states, "It literally appeared out of thin air, like I don't know how to explain that." When people report seeing a UFO materialize or dematerialize suddenly, There are a couple theoretical explanations that could account for this. Some grounded in known physics, others in speculative hypotheses. One theory is cloaking technology. An advanced craft could manipulate light around itself, making it invisible or nearly so. Real-life cloaking technology is already being developed here on Earth. Metamaterials and adaptive camouflage tech on Earth already play with bending light. Another concept that could explain this, though, could be dimensional shifts or interdimensional travel. The craft may not fully be in our 3D space-time. It could be transitioning between realities or realms. Theoretical physics, like brain theory and string theory, suggests higher dimensions beyond our perception. So could this have been what happened, and that's why this girl witnessed it that day? This mysterious but spine-chilling encounter was just highlighted at the end of 2024. A woman is sitting inside her home, just relaxing and minding her own business, when she suddenly hears movement just outside of the window right beside her. She turns and looks and just watches. Then this creature appeared from within the darkness.
Я абсолютно одна дома, этот человек стоит неподвижно уже час. Он не шевелится и не разговаривает. Я не знаю, вызывать ли полицию или что мне делать.
It's one of the most disturbing things you'll ever see. You can hear the absolute terror in the woman's voice as she's frozen in fear. She doesn't know what to do except sit there and film it. It has a defined set of eyes that glow in the darkness, and a wide, cartoonish smile which stands out in the pitch darkness surrounding. However, we can't even see the silhouette of this being, which means it's extremely dark in color as well. The whole encounter is just so off-putting. Some say it could just be a badly deformed animal or a mutated animal even. But how could any animal look anything like this? The mysterious air surrounding this clip only adds to its eeriness. Where was this video taken, and what happened to the woman after she stopped filming? Did the creature just run away and disappear into the night, or did it stay and jump into the window and attack her? We don't know what happened afterwards, so these questions will remain unanswered. But amongst all these unanswered questions is a surefire statement, a statement I'm sure we can all agree with, that this video is pure nightmare fuel. The following trail camera evidence comes from New Mexico, the Jemez Mountain area of New Mexico to be exact. It comes from a man named Kirk Brandenburg who has the trail camera set up in the woods there. This high-tech trail camera also takes photos in infrared, so it can detect subjects from very far away if heat and motion is detected. This professional technology ended up capturing an unknown heat signature about 140 yards away, seen here in the photo. They took a picture of a human for comparison at 100 yards away, and shockingly the human and the unknown subject seemed to be similar sized. However, if we take into consideration the 40-yard difference, the unknown humanoid must be massive. Expert analysts ran tests and calculations and determined that the unknown creature is 15% taller than the 6'2" human. This would make it approximately 7'1". The uploader stated that it was a cold and windy night at 22 degrees Fahrenheit. They also stated that the area is very remote with no campers around, no hiking trails near, and everyone in the closest camp was accounted for. They also stated that whatever this was, it was gone the next night. So it couldn't have been any kind of plant or tree or something that just so happened to look human-shaped. Also, its heat signature was picked up, which shows it is a living thing. Also, wild animal trackers traced the area and found no evidence that elk, deer, or bears had been in the area around the time. And we have to keep in mind that it was over 7 feet tall and very wide. and it does seem to have a very similar shape of a Bigfoot. This iconic capture was taken all the way back in 2011, and it still stood the test of time. Still, no one has been able to debunk it. But as always, let us know what you think, and let's continue this debate in the comment section. The following is a terrifying photo of an alleged alien. It was just highlighted on May 19th, 2025. The caption reads, "A Facebook user posted this photo and claims it's a gray alien, and it was caught in his backyard. Take a look." The very clear and close-up picture does indeed show a creature that looks like an alien. It has gray, reptile-like skin, a round head, bulging black eyes. It looks like the textbook example of an alien. Looking closer, the wrinkles and scars on its skin give it a very realistic appearance. And it also has no nose. Greys, or gray aliens, are the most famous archetype of extraterrestrial being in modern UFO folklore, also in abduction accounts and speculative conspiracy theories. They're short, around 3.5 to 5 feet tall, sometimes taller variants reported. They have slender, frail bodies, grayish skin, and large, bulbous, hairless heads. While stories of strange beings date back to ancient times, the modern gray alien concept took hold in the mid-20th century. In 1961, the Betty and Barney Hill abduction occurred. It was the first widely publicized alien abduction case in America. Under hypnosis, the victims described huge alien-like beings with large heads. And since then, many more sightings and evidence have been uncovered. And it seems like more and more evidence is coming out every single day. Alright, as expected, here is today's nature clip. But this one is actually pretty scary. A girl named Callie and her family were just enjoying their time at Brigantine Beach this day, a beach located in New Jersey, when they came across something deeply disturbing right in the shallow water.
Is it alive? Oh, Renee! Hey, what is that? What is that?
Yes, this is a real fish. One of the scariest looking fish to ever exist. It's called the Stargazer fish. The Stargazer is one of the ocean's weirder and more menacing creatures. It's a fascinating example of nature producing something both efficient and downright unsettling. The Stargazer is a type of predatory fish named for the position of its eyes, which sit right at the top of its head, looking up towards the stars. This allows it to stay buried and still watch and strike at passing prey. Some species have venomous spines behind their gill covers and above their pectoral fins. A few species can generate electric shocks via specialized organs, a rare trait among fish. Now, even though this thing has some pretty crazy capabilities and it looks like something straight out of a nightmare, they're not much of a threat to us. But if you happen to step on one, the shocks and stings are pretty painful, but very rarely fatal. So definitely one of the weirdest and creepiest creatures on the planet. Maybe even scarier than some cryptids.
Dude! Holy crap!
Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like button's mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these scary trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear. You can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 14% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And also feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And shout out to my second channel, More Maximum Fear, where I post other scary content that you guys would definitely love. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.